Universal Principles of Faith by Rabbis Shimon and Amiram Markel, narrated by Shlomo Zaks. An exploration of the foundational and philosophical underpinnings at the core of all true faith through an exposition of the Rambam's 13 Principles of Faith as self-evident axioms rather than dogmatic articles of faith. Copyright 2017 by the Neirot Foundation. Chapter 1. Our intent and goal here is to shed light on the path to truth. To truly grasp the true path, one must fully comprehend the differences between it and false paths. Then one may follow it with the confidence and knowledge that it will lead him to his desired goal. The reason is quite simple. If the ultimate goal and claim of any path is to lead one to the ultimate truth of reality, it must be established as valid, for if it is not, how could it lead to truth? The ultimate purpose and claim of every religion, philosophy, or path is that it will lead one to the ultimate truth of reality. This is the professed purpose of all religions and philosophies. Certainly, those following these paths must be seeking ultimate truth, for if they were not, they would not follow any path. Therefore, it is incumbent upon every seeker of truth to contemplate truth. This can be said to be the beginning of the path to truth. A person who has not investigated truth cannot be considered to be a true seeker of truth. This is simply because he has not taken the necessary steps to arrive at truth and distinguish it from the false. Unfortunately, today we find ourselves in a state of doubled and quadrupled darkness. So many competing religions, philosophies, and ideologies claim to be true. Therefore, our purpose here is to determine foundational principles which may be regarded as self-evident axioms and their logical ramifications. Through this, we will be able to isolate the truth and reject the false. As explained above, this is clearly the beginning of the path for any seeker of truth. It is therefore the beginning of acquiring wisdom and insight into true reality. The primary axiom. The primary axiom, which is the foundation of all other axioms, is our own existence. And although this cannot be tested in a laboratory, there is not a single person on earth who is capable of denying or escaping the basic truth that he exists. Certainly no one is willing to die based on this assumption. Moreover, the awareness of existing is far greater and more powerful than any other experience. The very fact that we are aware and experience anything is proof positive that we exist, for otherwise, who is experiencing? We therefore accept our existence as axiomatic in everything we do, for if we actually believed we did not exist and operated under that assumption, we would be incapable of doing anything. We could not eat, drink, move, or even breathe. A non-existent being does not breathe. The very fact that all people breathe proves without a doubt that they believe they exist. Because it is universally accepted that we exist, as evidenced by the fact that everyone eats, drinks, moves, and breathes, we may establish this as an incontrovertible and self-evident truth. We will, therefore, use our existence as the primary axiom in determining the true path. We may therefore test the claims of all paths and religions against the axiom of our existence. The ancillary axiom. Secondly, in regard to our existence, it is undeniable that we have limitations which we are incapable of overcoming. No matter how strongly I will it, I am incapable of flying like a bird or living underwater like a fish. Even the powers and qualities which I do possess are limited. I am limited in time. I live, but not eternally, and I am limited in space. I am here, but not everywhere. In every way, I am confined by my defining qualities and limitations, for that is the very nature of my being. This truth is undeniable and inescapable. The nature of our existence is, therefore, our second axiom and self-evident truth. Now, we do not ask that any of our arguments be accepted on faith alone. On the contrary, our entire purpose here is to come to an intelligent discernment between the true and the false. Therefore, all we ask is that you be objective and set aside your presuppositions and prior beliefs. You need not reject them outright, but merely disregard them for the time being. The reason is quite simple. The strength of long-held beliefs and preconceived notions may be so overpowering as to blind one to truth. Furthermore, the power of desire is far greater than all the other powers of the mind. It, therefore, has the power to overcome one's perception, distort his reasoning, and deceive him into mistaking truth for false and false for truth. Likewise, in our case, if one does not objectively analyze his beliefs, his conclusions will be distorted by his preconceived notions and desires. Only if he is able to step back from his beliefs is he able to reflect upon them objectively to discern their truth. If he is incapable of doing so, it is a clear sign that he may have been on a false path from the outset, for he has never taken the necessary prerequisite steps of any path, let alone the true path. He accepts his beliefs blindly without foundation. Even if they happen to be true, he is unsure of it, for he has never truly examined them. Rather, he relies on others for his beliefs. Certainly such a person is insecure and unsure of his beliefs. Moreover, the fact that he is unwilling to objectively analyze and investigate them clearly indicates that he is fearful of what he may discover. This gives us insight that although he may claim to be a true believer who believes with all his heart, in truth he is essentially unsure of his beliefs. This is the underlying reason for his fear of objectively investigating and analyzing them. Therefore, one who truly seeks truth and is unafraid of what he may discover will set his current beliefs aside and approach the analysis honestly and objectively. Only thus can he ever hope to arrive at truth.